Hello all, greetings, this is Gilles Mention. I thought I'd come and say hello, wish you a good day. I hope you're enjoying this day, for it is a shifting time. I'm going to pull a few cards and discuss a few ideas. For the past, present and future, it is good to always look at it as one whole, for it is not easy, for we are encapsulated within a time cell. And so the situation in the past is serenity, the present is complementarity, and the future is reward. For we always harvest what we sow, and so it is understanding that everything is working as one. Everything is growing as one. What we're working on right now is to reconcile. Is the reconciliation, and the outcome will be consolation. We will be able to comfort ourselves, to reconcile, to find this consolation for all these difficult paths we've been through. I wanted to speak about this new earth that is coming, this golden age, and so at some point, because of divine intervention, for man alone cannot, with this the means by which men functioning right now, they will not be able to sustain themselves eternally like that. To consume the planet will not work forever, so there is a need for divine intervention, and the galactic, at some point, the first contact will come, and the galactic will bring everything back into balance, but only God knows when they will be authorized to show up. So this Nova Gaïa that we're getting ready for after the Ascension, some of the animal kingdom, some part of the animals will do the Ascension with the planet, but all those that are predators will not, they will migrate into another planet to continue to live in a relationship to their own nature in a younger planet. And it is the same thing with people. There is a lot of people that will pass through the screen and will ascend with the planet, and others that will bounce back, that will not be able to. For there are people that are brutal, that are violent, that are manipulators, that are racist, that are predators, and those we will not be able to take them with us in the Ascension. They will continue their life on another planet, which will be fitted to their continuation of their dualistic program. For we have to stop eventually. We'll stop to sacrifice the animal kingdom for food. We'll be able to work from to live from prana and vegetables, and we'll get the replicators will be able to find excellent food that were created directly from our intention from light, from the source of light. We'll be able to manifest all kinds of food without having to destroy to kill an animal, or even to destroy the plants eventually. For the plant world, this is not. We're gonna need to rebalance, to have more trees in the world, and also the mineral kingdom. For all the fossil fuel are living beings. The oil is the blood of the earth, but it's like the oil in a car, in an engine car, and so that if you take away all the oil, at some point the engines will no longer be able to function. So there is a need for a divine intervention. For all the light workers have been carrying out a large responsibility. It's like a lot of loads on our shoulders, so we need to breathe and relax and take care of ourselves as much as possible. And knowing that help is on the way. As we move closer, the galactics will be able to assist more, and they all here in service as well. For we are leading the expansion. For everybody that's like has a good intention, will lead our leaders in the expansion of that process of reintegration of that original state of paradise for all, and humanity will follow. Most of them will follow. It is very important to understand that it's better to feel good than to be right. Any side, whenever we take side, there is always another side to anything. So we have to become flexible to understand the point of view of the other side. For when we let go of that beliefs, we become flexible, and there is no attachment. We cannot be attached to whatever beliefs or point of view we are. For point of views are just angles, and we want to live in a circle where there is no need for point of view. Everything unfolds naturally, and wisdom is found as a common ground. For when we are attached to a belief, we may be attached to opposing beliefs, to fight against an opposing beliefs as well. For there is no need to argue with those who do not see our point of view, for they will not change. Many people are very, very rigid in their mind, and they believe that their point of view is the only one that is right. Understanding also that at night time, when we sleep, we are involved in all kinds of exploration of different timelines. What will be the timeline that will be able to bring this first contact? For it is essential. It is an historical event that will happen in the future. So we would rather sooner than later, but only God knows. But that's the only chance of survival for humanity. For the Earth will not be able to sustain itself by the way we're doing it now for a very long time. For it takes no effort to breathe, and it takes no effort for our heart to beat. Those things are just natural gifts that we have been given when we live in a physical body, but we want to be more conscious of our breathing, breathe more deeply, and focus on our breathing. When we focus on our breathing, we can let go of our mind and focus on what's going on in the heart. When we look at the sky, and sometimes we look, there is a strange cloud that looks like a spaceship. We can think it is a cloud that looks like a spaceship, but in truth, for me, it is not a cloud that looks like a spaceship. It is a spaceship that looks like a cloud. It is like the glass is always half empty or half full. It is the same thing, but it is different. And so, because the galactics are getting closer. For the extraterrestrial have always been here. They've been coming and going since ever, even before mankind was here, and they have base on the Earth, inside the mountains, inside the crust of the Earth. A lot of them are on the inner Earth. They're getting ready with the Agarthan for this reunion. But some of them have very, very different form. They may be insectoid beings, or they're very, very different, but they're loving and ascended. Or ascended galactics are here in service, no matter what their form. But the galaxy is really, really big, and there are millions of planets and millions of genetic programs. Some of them are very different, so we have to be careful not to judge, but to have a fearful approach in relationship in relationship to extraterrestrial. The negative one will create this big of tension, no matter what they look like. Some of them have agendas, but those are not to be concerned, because they are being removed as the planet raises a frequency. Well, to speak briefly about the moon, some people may or may not believe that, but the moon is not a natural satellite of the Earth. The Earth originally had two moons. Venus had her own moon, but then there was the galactic wars. There was four. Our system was very unique in the sense that it had four atmospheric worlds with four oceanic worlds. Maldek, a really big planet that was inhabited by giants and giant animals. And then there was Mars, there was Earth, and there was Venus. They were all atmospheric biological world. But when the system was raided and invaded by some warlike race that came into Maldek and destroyed the planet. It's just in a fight against Sirius, because Sirius came as a defender of that system. Our friends and family from Sirius, and eventually after the destruction of Maldek, those forces migrated to Mars, and then they destroyed the other, both Mars and Venus. Also, atmospheres were destroyed, and they all ended up on the Earth. That's how we wanted to create Atlantis, to try to reconcile all the tribes. But the Earth was very generous in accepting all those souls that were very warlike, that we call from Mars, like warlike energies. But they were not. Martians are not as warlike as that. It is because of the galactic invasion, and there is still a population of positive reptilian that lives on Mars. Of course, NASA will not tell us that just yet. And Venus is uninhabited on the outside. That there is no population. There is just one city that was kept, but everybody lives inside the planet, and there's about 20 billion souls that are living there. And it's a matriarchal society, like Jupiter. It's a matriarchal society. It's a huge planet with huge resources, and some of the moons are inhabited as well. The Saturn is inhabited. Pluto was also. So some of them are physical beings, some of them are non-physical beings, ascended beings. Like on Venus, they are not physical beings. They can take on physical form. The planet I'm really connected to is Chiron. Chiron is a very advanced civilization that is connected to two other solar systems. They're very, very advanced planet, but there are many, many others. Like in this painting, it's an astronomical painting that speaks about the 100 most important planet of the solar systems. The vibration of the places, we can find out what kind of energy they give out on the energetic level in relationship to the mythological stories that they borrow the name from, for Jupiter, Saturn, even on Neptune. I was invited to visit on Neptune. It's a wonderful place, but very ethereal. civilization. Uranus is more a mystery to me, but there are many planets, and we will come to discover so much about our own solar system. And so we do want to be at peace as much as possible. Let's hope today is a shifting day in any event. And I'm watching the news. Humanity is continuing to project those catastrophic scenarios. They're all like ego, and they believe that the collective ego will be able to solve the problems of the world, and God lets let everything run the program to be running. But in a sense, and the man does not know he's the creator of his reality, and as a creator of the reality, it can change things at any point. And there can be a new generation that comes of conscious being, that a new generation of more advanced soul that will solve the problems forever. And I think that's really what's going on. But there will be a divine intervention at some point. The problem is that we're still experiencing the effect of the past, so we're not fully in our power of creation just yet, the fourth and fifth dimension. For understanding also that God has more faith in us than we have faith in ourselves sometimes. So it's about letting go and trusting the process. I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a portrait of a young girl. It's a French song. It says to stand under the sun, not anywhere, just right under it, in the sun. For as we breathe, we visualize the sun inside ourselves, inside the heart, and then as we breathe, we send it oxygen. It starts shining, but also understand that there is a sun, and the great central sun just above your head, and connect to this central sun and the sun to the heart of the planet, and create this link on the vertical axis. It goes like this. Un point précis sous le tropique du Capricorne ou du Cancer. Depuis j'ai oublié lequel, sous le soleil exactement. Pas à côté, pas n'importe où, sous le soleil, exactement. Juste en dessous, dans quel pays, dans quel district, c'était au bord de la mer. Depuis j'ai oublié laquelle, sous le soleil exactement. Pas à côté, pas n'importe où, sous le soleil, exactement. Juste en dessous, était-ce au Nouveau-Mexique, vers le Cap Horn, vers le Cap Vert, était-ce sur un archipel, sous le soleil exactement, pas à côté, pas n'importe où, sous le soleil, exactement, juste en dessous. C'est sûrement un rêve érotique que je me fais les yeux ouverts. Et pourtant si c'était réel, sous le soleil exactement, pas à côté, pas n'importe où, sous le soleil, exactement, juste en dessous. Thank you for sticking to it. Somebody was a story of somebody who's like dreaming of this dream of this erotic dream in the sun, and it's like, is the dream? Maybe it is real. So the dreams are very real. Well, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I wish you a wonderful day. I'm gonna pull one more card. So. Let's see what maybe for additional guidance for today is the High Priestess, the Archangel Eniel, psychic perspicacity, reflection and meditation that are provide information of great value. Be in peace. So So it is very the card of intuition. It's about following to understand the intuition. Things come little by little, and we have to move with trust and faith as much as possible. And then every day we adapt to whatever life brings to us into our consciousness. I thank you very much, and I wish you a good day. Namaste.